I'd known that, I wouldn't have updated the freight machinery. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have updated the freight machinery. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have updated the freight machinery. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have updated the freight machinery. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have updated the freight machinery. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have updated the freight machinery. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have updated the freight machinery. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have updated the freight machinery. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have updated the freight machinery. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have updated the freight machinery. machinery. If I had known that, I wouldn't have updated the freight machinery. If I had known that, I wouldn't have updated the freight machinery. If I had known that, I wouldn't have updated the freight machinery.
Maka. Oke.
them fly. Dancing in the wind. Hunt them down. Let the show begin. My guiding stars. Call. Lines have been closing in.
A duel is a battle of wills, and the sword an extension of the duelist's spirit. If your heart recoils in fear, then your sword may as well be in its scabbard, because you will not wield it effectively against your foe.
Not now. Let's dance. Oh, oh. Stars shine for here. Ills be gone.
Where evil lurks, shoot on sight!
Don't be scared. Let the show begin. Fly. Let's dance.
Into the shadows.
My guiding stars. Up and away.
Loaded.
Habis.
Not now. Yeah. Closing in. The night is cold. Stars, shine for me. Up and away. Dancing in the wind.
Time to testify. Ready.
My guiding stars. Yeah, yeah, let them fly. Yeah, cha. Ha. Yeah, ha.
Into the shadows. In my role as champion duelist, my opinions do not matter. For when I draw my blade, I am but an instrument of Fontaine's law.
Bingung. Jangan cerita ada solusi yang terbaik.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
Let's hit the town.
I've faced many opponents in my duels. Most of them I defeated. The rest surrendered. No, I have never lost a duel.
Trouble on the way here.
Should be. I don't think they have enough manpower left to post guards and defend their perimeters.
this.
I'll lead the way.
Wow. Paimon didn't expect it to look like this on the
Waduh.
inside.
OTW gelut nih.
They should all be holed up in here. Don't know how many people they've got left, though.
Who cares? We'll round up all of them.
Still, we should be careful. Even if they've only got one shot left, it could still take us out.
Yeah, we'll know what they're really capable of once we've landed some hits on them. Deshret's relics may have been a force to be reckoned with before, but their name means nothing now.
Yeah, they don't stand a chance with you here. I'll take the lead. I've been here once before.
I'll protect us.
Buckle up! Ha! Loaded.
I'll uproot you!
Ready. Into the shadows.
Can't see?
Gloves off.
You won this one.
This way, follow me. We're almost there.
Wait! They went charging ahead without checking for any traps!
Hey, you guys okay?
It seems like we just got trapped in here. Don't think we triggered anything else.
Watch out, the enemy's coming from ahead.
Well, now that things have come to this, seems we'll have to fight our way through.
Don't worry about us. We knew something like this could happen. Go and take a look around. There could still be another way through. Let's go! We can't let the boss down!
Let's check if there's another way! The sooner we can make it through to help them, the better!
Let's see. I think I see a way through over there, but it's being blocked by something. Let's try our luck with that mechanism.
Okay, let's go!
Iya, mau leha-leha.
And Shroud! Let's nip that in the bud.
Hunt them down. Hi.
Another mechanism like the one before, but this one's being blocked off in the middle.
We just need to adjust it a little.
Can't see.
Let's dance. Protect us.
One with the force. I'll uproot you.
Loaded.
Yeah.
And shroud.
Into the shadows.
Baik bener lah ini.
I wasn't expecting anyone to make it through from the other side. But as a desert dweller, I suppose we should be used to our folks defying all expectations.
Don't waste your breath. You have nowhere to run.
Run? Had I wanted to run, I would have fled 1,000 times already. I witnessed the golden age of Deshret's relics. Even if I could leave this place behind, all that awaits me now are endless days of humiliation and ruin. Even now, my brothers and I still believe in one thing. The greatest should never live to remember their fall.
So you want to go out in a blaze of glory?
Let us draw our weapons! We will show them the true power King Deshret bestowed upon his followers. They are but two, while we hold within ourselves the entirety of the relic's glory. Wave 1, charge! Eliminate them!
Show begins.
Keep up. I hear everything. One with the force.
Move it.
Don't think that you've won. We're just getting started.
Meet! I'll protect us.
Who do you think you are? And Shroud. I'll uproot you! Can't be.
Ready.
King Deshret will not abandon any one of his followers.
I'm gonna
Hunt them down. Move.
Brothers! With me, this is where we prove our faith.
Do you all just wanna die?
None of us plan to leave this place alive! More sad. What is red?
One with the force. Keep up.
The golden slumber.
The commander has finally fallen.
But they're still coming at us! This place is like a gladiator's ring. They just keep coming no matter how many we beat!
Yes! Keep fighting! There's no need to fear, and no need to back down! This is our last stand!
When the next wave comes, try to draw away their attacks. I'm going to see if I can take out that high platform.
Get out of my way!
Come and face me, Mitchell! Ugh, so they've broken through the front as well.
Apologies, Lord Michal. They fight like absolute madmen! No matter how much we throw at them, they just keep coming for more!
Adaw.
So, it would seem like this is the end.
Time to pay for everything you've done, Mitchell.
You think I would give you that opportunity? I will be buried in the sand alongside all the rest of our fading glory.
Wait!
We were too late.
It's over. There's no more need to fight. But if you're still going to cling on to your so-called mercenary's pride, then I'll give you all a good beating as well.
Hey, dear! I found the mechanism. I'll get you all back up here right away.
Let's go.
Lama.
Who are you filthy rats? And why are you always pestering us?
You call yourself a member
Malah
of infamous
jatuh.
Deshret's relics and you still can't even tell who's made it all the way to your headquarters?
Who knows what intent a bunch of rats may have? We try to catch a couple, and you all just show up on the other side instead. How are we supposed to figure out what you're after? Hey, have you ever heard of a man by the name of Casillas? Why would I know? It's not like I'm in charge or anything.
This is your last chance to talk.
Hey, I said I don't know anything. I'm just an average member here. I'm telling the truth. If you're here to find someone, why don't you look through the records yourselves? Who can remember every name and face with so many people coming in and out every day?
The irony. His life became a light for so many, yet to others, it wasn't even worth remembering.
Kesan gua atau pas syutingnya dia tuh kamera suka zoom in tapi geser dikit-dikit tuh.
All the files are in there. You can go through them as much as you want. It's not like any of them still matter anyway.
I mean the old records room.
The old records room? You mean the one that got burned down? Casillas. Ah, yeah, I remember him now. The guy who could hardly walk. Watch your mouth. That's our boss you're talking about. He was definitely faking it. We all let our guard down as soon as we saw him come hobbling in. But in the short time it supposedly took him to take a dump, he'd already gotten away and started a fire in the records room. He couldn't have possibly outrun us if he wasn't a fraud. And after that, Deshret's relics fell into complete disarray.
Stop wasting our time. Every one of us here is perfectly aware of what he had done. Tell me, where is the old records room?
It's just over there. Go see it for yourself if it means that much to you. There's nothing left in there but ashes. No human could ever survive that kind of inferno. Bashar, Tikriti, let's go. We'll leave the others here to guard these guys. Spare them no mercy if they try anything.
Gak usah. Lama.
I've already told you everything I know. Can't you just leave me alone?
Ambil lah. Aku belum naik. Alah. Akibat kasihkan mencet. Beliau malah lupa.
Ready.
Masa harus ntar lagi sih? Lihat dulu, Pak.
So, this was his final destination. How did he do it? Getting past all the guards with a limp and sneaking in here to start a fire? If he was nimble enough to do that, then he must have been able to get out of here after starting the fire, right?
Tia.
I'm sorry. I know it's just wishful thinking. Let's look around. Maybe we can find something that's been left behind.
Is this a cane? It must be the one that Dia's father used.
Kusela.
Thanks for everything, boss.
We're fortunate to somehow find that cane after that fire.
Let's split up and look around some more. What if something else has been left behind?
But what else could survive a fire like that?
Huh?
Waduh. Tiba-tiba
Thought so.
that the toy sword you played with as a child?
Flashback.
The dragon is no more, for Princess Dia has slain it. Its head now hangs above the city gates. Her bravery has brought eternal peace and prosperity to us all. Dia, come on. This is the most important line.
You can do it.
But Dia, you defeated the dragon. Everyone's waiting for your speech.
Aduh, sedih.
Still too shy, huh? All right, I'll do it. I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more.
Oke. Saat itu. Saat ini mah sedih. Tapi mereka masih sama kok. Kecuali nggak ada yang itu.
I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more, Dad.
Tisu, tisu, tisu. Diam, tumben diam.
What's this?
Apa nih? Bayar payment dong.
Don't you remember? You asked Paimon what she would do if she were to wake up tomorrow with loads of money. And Paimon said that she would get boatloads of tasty snacks. You looked super confused at the time, but said it was an adorable thing to say. These opportunities don't come by often. So today, Paimon's gonna treat you to a special crash course on Paimon's life philosophy.
Today is the day. Jangan-jangan loh, fenomena alam.
Paimon's not that stingy.
Fenomena alam.
Anyway, the point is that you should eat to your heart's content. You'll feel better for sure once you've gotten something in your tummy. Dunyarzad will also be here shortly. She's already heard that we're back.
Aw, thanks you two. Honestly, this is very unlike me. I just had a lot on my mind on our way back, so I didn't know what to say. My chest was filled with all kinds of intense emotions. They just shook me even more than all the feelings we've shared during our previous adventures. But when everything came to an end, those emotions also vanished without a trace, and I was left feeling more empty than ever before. It was as if I'd lost the thing that was most important to me.
Ya, itulah. Puasa dimulai tadi sore, sekarang udah selesai lagi.
Yeah, you're right. To many mercenaries, Mora is the most important thing in the world. But perhaps to us, it's the most worthless thing of all. Idrisi and the others all used to say that they would quit if there was no Mora to be had. But when it came to avenging my father, there was no Mora to be made anywhere. My reality shattered when I found out that the father who always told me hero stories was in fact a bad guy. But look at me now. Am I any different? Despite all my promises about never forgiving him and never trying to understand him, I still went to such lengths to find out the truth, and nearly even shed tears for his sake. We're hypocrites, all of us. Yeah, you're right.
Ya.
It's just a pity that we often only recognize our true feelings after it's already too late.
Yep.
You're back! Are all of you alright?
Ah, there she is.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Many people from
Langsung
the core of
duduk.
30 came over, and I just wrapped up everything with my dad. All I can do now is wait for their verdict. Huh? Dia, you're looking quite down again.
Galau lagi.
Paimon will explain. A lot happened while we were gone.
Jadi gini. La.
Sorry. I really should have controlled my emotions better. I just...
It's all right, my lady. You were hurt by all of this as well. Truth be told, I'm starting to feel a little guilty watching you cry like this.
Dia, oh, your pain must be even worse.
Mm-mm.
You
Aduh,
shouldn't need to
sedih.
comfort me.
Hey, don't worry about me. If anything,
Sedih.
this whole thing has finally shown me the difference between illusion and reality. My father probably thought that people could settle into new lives as long as they moved to a new environment. That thought has even crossed my mind a few times. It's like saying, what's wrong with adapting to a new life? However, there was always something deep within my mind that refused to accept it. This impulse brought me great turmoil, and even made me feel ashamed for turning my back on your father's kindness. But now that I consider it again, it all makes sense. The desert sands are a part of who I am, and I will never be able to lead a peaceful existence.
I understand how you feel.
That doesn't mean I won't be making any changes to my life, though. As an example, I'm now thinking about taking on some small odd jobs. It's just like Idrisi said. I also want to catch up to my father and become a character in his play. Even if the ending of the story may be childish and ridiculous, it won't really matter.
Nah, kalau endingnya
Isn't that
aneh-aneh.
neat, though? Oh, you'll be a whole new kind of mercenary, one that's not out for Mora. Why don't we go for a change of scenery once we finish eating? What about stopping by the Grand Bazaar again?
Right. You said you wanted to get a rug for your family.
We'll come along too.
I can't thank you enough for taking care of me this entire time.
Grand Bazaar buat jernih pikiran. Makannya udah habis. NPC lagi joget-joget. Enggak sih. Kita kan khas Meru. Joget-joget.
Oh, this rug here is quite something. The craftsmanship is exquisite, and the fabric is also of high quality.
Ah, here you are. Finally, I found you.
Hey! Aren't you that mercenary who bit his tongue? You can still talk? Wait, are you here to take revenge on us?
Enggak dong.
What are you talking about? Do I look like I could take you all to a fight? I just came here to give you something. I'll be on my way to
Ngomong
give
lidahnya
myself up to
sambil
the Corps after this.
di
Once I woke up, I hurried to the Khan al-Ahmar's camp, hoping to alert them to your presence. But when I got there, I found no one except the members who were still too injured to move.
Gak ada dong. Chat-chat aja lah.
So you probably got there after us.
Yeah, they told me that they had exacted their revenge, and everyone had turned themselves in to the authorities. Even that last camp was not going to last for much longer. I had joined the cause to repay an old favor from Kusela. Now that everyone's already turned themselves in, I might as well do the same. One of the injured members gave this box to me, and told me that it contained some of the old man's last possessions. Everything left in the camp will get confiscated, so I figured I should get this to you before the Corps could get their hands on it.
Thank you.
No worries. We are all just living our own truths. There's no need to comment or judge anyone for it.
So this box contains everything that Dia's father left behind. Huh. It feels lighter than expected.
Well, back in the day, the first thing he did with any Mora was spend it on things like drinks and meat. But let's see what's inside. What's this? It's just a bunch of junk. Ugh, it kinda stinks.
Mambu.
Perhaps it's just been left unopened for too long.
A handwritten copy of a storybook. The paper's already yellowed, and it looks like it's about to fall apart. It was against the academia's rules to possess books for personal use. If he was going to break that rule, he could have at least copied something useful.
That probably means this was really important to him.
Alah.
And here are a few bags of children's snacks. The packaging's completely deteriorated. Maybe that's where the smell was coming from.
Did he get those for you?
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Even when I was a child, I was never a fan of these kinds of snacks. He'd always say that he got them for me, but in the end, he always ate more than I ever did. Who even leaves snacks in a box like this anyway? Isn't that just common sense? Forget it. Let me see what else is in here. A razor, some buttons, some round iron tiles, a wooden toy puppet, a wool scarf, which from the looks of it probably belonged to a woman, and a hair clip? Why are these things here?
Kenapa dah?
I'm suddenly feeling a little scared.
I'm sorry, my lady, but this is just the kind of man he was. He probably saw this box as some kind of personal trash heap and dumped any and everything in there. 2 empty liquor bottles. Tell me, you guys, are these the kinds of things that a normal person would leave behind?
Oh iyalah.
Huh? There's something in the bottle!
Oh, you're right. All right, I got it out. It seems to be a piece of paper with some writing on it. The bottom part's all damaged from moisture, though. Let's hope the writing didn't smudge. I was suddenly seized with an urge to write a letter after finishing this bottle. I just folded it up and left it in the bottle, though. If I end up forgetting about it, it won't really matter. To Dia. It's a letter for me? It's all right. I'll just read it out. If he went to the trouble of writing a letter, there must have been some important things that he wanted to say. Or at least record down.
My condition's becoming worse and worse. Can't even walk without a cane anymore, much less go out and have fun. Guess I don't have many days left. If you're reading this letter, then I suppose I'm already long gone. You were adorable as a baby. Everyone loved you. And regardless of whether you were crying or laughing, everyone enjoyed having you in the group.
Tisu.
But once you grew a bit older, you were no longer nearly as happy or cute. It's probably the guy's fault.
Can you believe this guy? He can point the finger at himself.
Anyway, back to the point. To summarize, I'm writing this so you would know not to feel sad for me, even if you end up finding out the truth. The reason being that I was never your father to begin with.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Surely, he must be joking, right?
I don't know.
Huh?
I was quite formidable when I was young, and 100 times cooler than some so-called flame main. Really felt like the whole world was under my feet. With just a teeny tiny bit of effort, I felt I could rule over the entire desert. But as fate would have it, I went out into the desert for a drink one day and discovered a baby in the sands. It was you. You were just lying there, small and helpless. You were so tiny that if the wind blew for just a little while longer, you would have been buried forever. But your cries were so loud they made my head hurt. Now that I think of it, you really were a bundle of energy.
Sounds like he's serious.
I told Idrisi and the others that I had slipped up with a woman while out and about. None of them even doubted me. I'm sorry that I had to lie to them for so long, but I really had no other choice. I was their most esteemed leader, after all. It's not like I could just tell them that I suddenly wanted to play at being a father. At this rate, I'll puke up all the liquor I just drank from this bottle. Anyway, Dia, you possess the kind of freedom and kindness that we could only dream of. As far as how you should live your life, that'll be up to you to decide.
Dadah.
That's the end of the letter. In the end, he was still thinking of me as a little child.
Salah.
I suppose, or I would have suffocated under the sand a long time ago.
He was a good father to you. The fact that he wasn't a blood relative doesn't change that.
Yeah. It's just a pity that we had to learn the truth of everything like this.
Do you already have some ideas about the decision that he wanted you to make?
I do. If he first found me alone in the sands, then I want to try my hand at finding the person who abandoned me. I just have one wish. To tell them a story. That there once existed a childish and foolish jerk with a heart of gold. And that only under his care was I able to grow and mature into the person I am today.
Today is the day.
If you end up finding any leads, can you share them with us? We go on adventures all the time. Maybe we'll be able to find some information for you.
Sure, I appreciate it. I wasn't expecting you to be so enthusiastic.
I'll help too.
Daripada
Thank
bantuin.
you. All of you. Thank you so much. My life has certainly had its twists and turns, but I've always considered myself lucky. Because no matter where I've gone, I've always been surrounded by incredible kindness.
Tuh, ini yang penting nih. Dalam kehidupan apapun, penting sekali untuk dikelilingi sama orang-orang yang baik dan ding ding. Selesai deh sisinya.
Studying is...
Oh iya, belum gua ambil. Kasih bang. Itu cuma bisa sampai level 13. Ini yang penting nih. Itu yang penting.
Thank you. All of you. Thank you so much. My life has certainly had its twists and turns, but I've always considered myself lucky. Because no matter where I've gone, I've always been surrounded by incredible kindness.
Loaded. Into the shadows. Ready.
Ayo.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Flashback ah. Mumpung kabut. Kita tetap perjalanan. Apa yang mau bawa flashback?
Hey, Traveler! I've been looking for you everywhere. How's that wind glider I gave you last time? Seems like it's really growing on you. But then again, you don't have a gliding license, do you? A gliding license? What's that? Isn't it obvious? You gotta have a gliding license to legally glide in Mondstadt. Oh, but we've been gliding for ages now. This is the first we've heard about it. Yeah, you've been gliding all over the place. Everyone's noticed. So, you came looking for us because you want to give us a gliding license? No way! The Knights of Favonius have strict rules. You need to pass an exam, and only then will the Knights issue your license. Today, I'm here as an examiner to oversee your official gliding exam. I gave you your wing glider, so this is my responsibility. At least that's what Acting Grandmaster Jean would say. An exam? What a pain in the butt. Then again, since Amber is the examiner... No with a capital N-O. Do not challenge the authority of Examiner Amber. I mean, the whole city saw how well you flew the day that Storm Terror attacked, so I'm sure you'll have no problems. But we do need to respect the rules and glide properly. Here, take this gliding manual. No need to memorize it. Just be familiar with everything in there. For example, only one person per wing glider. No carrying anything over the set weight limit. no taking off using an animo slime, and so on and so forth. Anyway, be sure to read it, okay? I had to read a load of big, thick books too when Lisa was teaching me magic. Wow, that's a big old book! Paimon thinks we best get started. Great, come find me when you're done. I'll be at Windrise. The Knights of Favonius gliding manual does not sound like a fun read. That's a cool story. But is the Knight's gliding manual really written in that style? Anyway, let's go find Amber. Great, you're here. Did you have a good read-through of the gliding manual? Got all the rules down? Sounds like it was a real drag. I would know. I've been there. The gliding manual is super dry. I couldn't get into it at all. Don't tell Jean, though. Really? Paimon thought there were some pretty cool stories in the gliding manual. Cool stories? Oh, you must mean the example cases in the appendix. Some of them I like. My favorite one is about the illegal animo slime takeoff. Apparently, if you pop an animo slime and take off in the burst of wind, it shoots you up really, really high. I really want to try it. No, not that story. Paimon meant the one with the little bird who wanted to learn to fly. What? Let me take a look. Oh, shoot. This is the storybook I used to read as a kid. Oops, sorry. I put both books in the same pile and must have grabbed the wrong one when I was leaving. How in the heck do you confuse a bedtime story with an instruction manual? This is so embarrassing. It's because, maybe deep down inside, that fairy tale is the thing that truly taught me how to glide. What you lacked was not wind. It's courage that's allowed you to become the first flying birds of this world. Reading that gave me the courage to glide, to become an outrider, and to become the gliding champion of Mondstadt. But anyway, let's get back to the exam. Don't be nervous. Just glide like you're used to. Okay then, you just need to follow the marked route to the finish. You nailed it, but it's no surprise given the way you handle your glider in a storm. The next part of the exam is in Mondstadt. See you there. Don't keep me waiting. Alrighty then, you heard her. Back to the city. Let's not keep her waiting.
Lanjut bawahnya.
Hey, here, over here. I'm all set up. Let's carry on with the exam. Same deal as before. Glide through the markers and get to the finish without stopping in the middle. Seems like you've got the hang of wind gliding now. Let's do the final stage. Easy! You've flown this way before anyway! Once you've passed this final stage, you'll finally be able to get your very own gliding license.
Hooray!
Just keep thinking about that license. Ready?
Wait.
Seems like just keep thinking about that license. Ready?
Windborne Traveler, you are required to land at once by the order of the Knights of Favonius. I am
Alah.
Otto of the Knights of Favonius.
What's going on?
Please, show me your gliding license. It is against the law to glide without a license. I am arresting you under Section 7, Article 12 of the Mondstadt Penal Code. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will forever carry on the wind.
Wait, I'm an instructor. This is a gliding exam.
Oh, I see. Well, you picked a bad time to hold your gliding exam.
Really? Why?
The Knights of Favonius received a report from a sister at the cathedral claiming she saw Raptor gliding around these parts. I thought your student here must have been his partner in crime.
Raptor? Who's that?
A known criminal in Mondstadt.
He always uses a wind glider to commit his crimes, so people started calling him Raptor.
Wow, he flies fast then.
So far, we haven't managed to catch him. Our plan this time was to draw him into the cathedral with a precious artifact and ambush him inside. But he escaped with the artifact. Fortunately, one of the sisters put some secret markings on the artifact using elemental magic. But he was too fast, and we couldn't even keep up with the trail the markings left behind.
Well, if you need help chasing down a gliding criminal, I'm the one for the job. So tell me, which way did he go?
As far as I know, he was last seen near Springvale. But that was some time ago.
Leave it to me. With us chasing him down together, he doesn't stand a chance. This is Springvale. There must be some clues about Raptor around here. The sister from the cathedral put some secret animal markings on the artifact he took.
Use your elemental sight and keep your eyes peeled for clues.
A strip of cloth with animal markings on it. Looking at the design and the way it's woven, there's a good chance it came from a wing glider.
Wow, Outriders have to be textile experts now? It's a harder job than Paimon thought.
If this really belongs to Raptor, it must mean his wind glider is broken.
How do we know if this was left by Raptor or an animal slime?
Animal slimes are airborne creatures. They don't leave marks on the ground unless someone stomped on one to take off.
Wait, are you telling me people actually do that?
Either way, let's make a mental note of these markings. They're very clear. It appears that the elemental markings point this way.
Huh. Well, do you think he ran off ahead?
There's only one way to find out. Come on, we should keep following the markings.
Ooh, what's that? Looks like something's going on up ahead.
It sounds like there's a battle going on. Could that be Raptor? Quick, let's keep going.
Thank goodness, the Knights of Favonius have arrived. The hilly trolls won't dare pursue me any longer.
What happened?
I can't believe it, but the hilly trolls attacked our carts. Luckily, I outran them.
Hilly Churls? But I thought the Knights of Favonius had cleared out most of the hilly trail camps around these parts.
It's a small camp not too far from the village. The route I take on my delivery runs ensures I steer clear of it. But today, some crazy fellow suddenly fell out of the sky and landed right in the camp.
Now, who does that remind me of?
Oh, it really riled them up. They chased the funny-looking fellow as he fled, which brought them out into the open. I managed to get away, but they smashed my fruit carts to smithereens. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do when the merchant caravan gets here tomorrow.
Funny looking? In what way?
He was holding on to something. Must have been heavy because he couldn't glide in a straight line to save his life. Maybe that's why he fell. Honestly, people like that shouldn't be allowed in the skies. It doesn't take a genius to know you're not supposed to carry heavy objects while gliding. I'm gonna report that idiot and make sure he gets his license revoked.
Heavy object? The artifact? This could well be our guy. Tell me, did you see which way he went?
I managed to catch a glimpse as I ran from the hilly churls. I think he went that way.
Seems like a strong lead. On with the chase! Oh, and don't worry. As soon as I get back, I'll tell the Knights to mop up the rest of the hilly churls as soon as possible.
Apart from the hilly churls, there's a bunch of funny-looking people, too.
Judging from the type of wind gliders they've got, I'd say this lot is with Raptor.
But if that's the case, what are they hanging around here for?
I wonder... Well, this measly bunch can't slow us down, that's for sure. But we also haven't found the artifact, which means Raptor still has it on him. Forget these guys. Come on, let's keep following the elemental markings.
Huh. Look where we are.
The elemental power on the artifact must have worn off. Raptor must have realized the markings would give away his position and sent his minions to slow us down. That way, when the effect wears off, he can make his escape. He won't get away with this. After him!
Kejar.
There's only one way over there. Raptor must be up ahead. However, it looks like the only way we can catch up is if we glide.
But there's a ton of enemies below. They'll definitely attack us after we take off.
If we're gonna do this, we'll have to glide and defeat them in one fell swoop. You still had one stage to go in your exam, right?
Yeah, but what's that gotta do with anything?
How about we make this the third and final stage of your gliding exam?
Are you sure that's how the exam is supposed to go?
It's a custom version of the exam, designed by yours truly. Besides, the normal version of the exam wouldn't be fit for the hero of Mondstadt himself. So, what do you say? Woohoo! Good answer! Prepare for takeoff. Raptor awaits you once you defeat all these enemies. Then that gliding license is yours. It looks like there's no way across. Ugh, he must be around here somewhere.
Amber! Over there!
If you insist on chasing me, so be it. Huh? Who brought the little girl?
You must be Raptor. You can't escape.
Raptor mana ya Raptor?
I don't need to escape. There's no way you can make it over here.
Oh, it is pretty high. And quite far.
Oh, little girl, why don't you run along home now and let your leader deal with this? Don't worry, I promise that once the Grandmaster gets here, I'll surrender immediately.
Hey, watch it! You're talking to a Knights of Favonius outrider. You'll be sorry when I arrest you. You're right. Ugh, he's right there in front of us. If only we could glide across.
So how did he get across?
I don't see a mechanism, and I have good eyesight. Besides, there's nowhere on the cliff that you could build one.
Bye-bye, kiddo.
Oh no! He's getting away!
Ugh, we can't hesitate any longer. The only way to get across is to glide there.
But...
Don't worry, I'm the gliding champion of Mondstadt, remember? If Raptor can do it, I can do it too.
Oi, Outrider! You have less chance of surviving this than jumping off the Animo God statue in Mondstadt without your wind glider. Ha ha!
Paimon sees your point. If you rule out everything that's completely impossible, gliding is the only idea left.
Remember that book I lent you? The one I thought was the gliding manual, but wasn't? The first birds couldn't fly. Flight was their reward for their courage to plunge into the canyon. Be my witness. Raptor says I'll never make it. But if you listen carefully...
Wait! Stop! You'll never make it! Come on, off you go now. Back home like a good little girl.
Raptor says I'll never make it. But if you listen carefully... The wind says I will make it, and that's good enough for me.
Amber! No! You're gonna fall! You're gonna fall! It's a wind current! She's gliding! Amber's gliding!
You're crazy, kid! You must have known about the wind current. There's no way you would have jumped otherwise.
The wind takes care of those who have courage. Now sit still and await your arrest, like a good little boy. All right, I got him! I only noticed the wind current from in the air, and it's the only one. It would be suicide to try and escape in the direction Raptor was going. In other words, the only way Raptor could have gotten out would be this way, past us.
Aha! So he was just trying to fool us by acting smug, in the hope that we would just give up and leave. Little did he know we're not so easily fooled.
It was all thanks to your sharp thinking. Just like a wise man once said, once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, no matter how improbable, must be the truth. At the end of the day, gliding is 7 parts technique, 3 parts instinct, and then 90 parts courage.
What you did now looked more like 99 parts courage.
It was just like in my first gliding exam. I was super nervous, but in the end, there was nothing to be afraid of, and I passed no problem. I kinda missed that nervous rush in the exams I've done since then. It just wasn't the same.
Sorry, Paimon thought you said you passed no problem. What do you mean exams since then?
Well, you see, the thing is, Mondstadt is all, no glide zone this, no landing zone that. Every time I get my license, it keeps getting revoked. I must have taken the exam about 15 times altogether. But I always pass the first time. I guess my little gliding manual ain't so bad after all.
Let's go and get a copy of the real gliding manual from Acting Grandmaster Jean sometime.
I'll head off first because I need to escort Raptor back to the city. Once you're back in the city, don't forget to come find me at the cathedral. I'll issue your gliding license there.
She just can't sit still, can she? Guess that's why she's the outrider. When this is all done and dusted, let's head to the cathedral in Mondstadt. Getting this gliding license has turned into quite the adventure.
Congratulations! Here is your gliding license. You're officially legal now. Yay! I'm not surprised, though. You are a natural after all. Oh, and I'll sign you up for the next wind gliding championship. I glide so fast that no one can keep up. It's just me up there, on my own, gliding around. It's kinda boring. Oh, fighting talk. It seems you have no idea how terrifying the championship really is. Well, until I kick your butt in the championship, I wish you a happy, liberating, and above all, law-abiding gliding experience. Make sure you obey the rules. Whatever you do, don't get your license revoked.
Oh, brother. If you ask me, that's a bit rich coming from Amber.
Yuk, kita udahin streamingnya hari ini dengan bergacha. Sekali-sekali. As always, once by once. Mungkin lah. Kamu tuh kebaikan mimpi. Oh belum. Ingat ya, ini udah baiknya udah banyak. Jadi kalau kata Hoyo mah, udah cukup loh dibaikin. Jangan nambah-nambah lagi baiknya. 11 masuk 17 18 jauh 17 18 tadi 19 20 21 jauh masih belum satu-satu aja belum ya sekarang tuh konten gacha harus jadi konten awal atau konten akhir biar diinget soalnya. Oke, ayo mana belum di sini. Terakhir berarti ini udah auto bintang 4. Mana ya salah si Yayan ini berapa nih? Empat. Aduh 66 masuk angka krusial ini. Angka di mana? Bentar lagi dapet 7 8 4 lagi 6 9 malah di situ. Ini mah hard PT nih. Ini mah hard PT nih. Halo bang. Nih dapetnya. Udah boleh deh. Tapi sekarang nemenin gue gacha ya. Gue tadi mau end stream. Mau sekalian end stream juga. Kayak sekarang nemenin gue gacha. Ikan saatnya. Lalu bro. Right. Atau gol. Tampak. dimsum. Beliau ini elemental apa sih? Lagi Richard 192 di atas rumah. Udah bagus. Ternyata the case taikin level mentok. Soalnya kalau ditaikin kan nanti yang lagi Richard juga ikutan naik. Karena yang paling penting adalah stat dan senjata. Kalau artefak pasti bakal dikerjain semua tuh. 20 semua kan? Ya. Tapi senjata sama talent itu kunci apa tuh? Kunci build karakter tuh sebetulnya 2 itu. Soalnya artefak itu pasti semua orang bakal review dengan bagus-bagusnya. Jadi kalau gue tuh build yang penting dasarnya 2 ini udah. Kalau itu lu bisa lu taikin Blok. Oke. Yo, bagus. Oh ya. Apa ini fisikal? Oh iya kan si Ray pakai itu fisik. Baik lagi sih kalau misalnya jadiin dia DPS yang ada DPS fisikal gitu nyambung juga sih ya. Kayak dapet sih. Dan kalau misalnya second option cari yang actor reaction gitu. Gitu bro. Apa cuman 2 ini dipamerin? Kayak gitu ya. Ayo. Setelah saya review, apakah saya juga akan dapat? Kok sini. Komunitas. Alah bro. Langsung 70 ini. Ini gua gacha langsung dapet nih. Saya bergacha. Terus saya dapet deh. Nah, itu kan ekspektasi. Realita mah gak tahu dah. Kayak reviewnya gitu aja. Tolong sama itu ya benerin balasan chat. Kalau gue sih segitu aja. Udah dapet tadi ya? Udah dapet ini. Kita ke sebelah dulu. Mana? Mungkin. Ini PT 70-an nih sama nih. Kalau ini mah ini gue gacha sekarang juga langsung dapet nih. Mustahil. 71. 40. Ikan kebuang. 4 tadi pas. Apakah 71? Ya. Saya ucapkan selamat tinggal kepada 10.000 primoku yang sudah kutabung. Jak. Entah kapan. Kapan selamat tinggal pada 10.000, selamat datang 9.000. Nah, belum. Belum. Apakah ini tandanya PT ujung? Ye. Ini kita tahan lagi. Tahan dulu bro. Jadi deh gue udah selesai. Tahan dulu primonya. Sabar lagi buat semuanya. This kalian. And then see you next time. Bye bye.
Buckle up! Look alive! Gloves off! You're dead meat! You asked for it!
I got you, boss. Got a job for me? Time to get down to business. Kusela was his name. As a merc, he had a slapdash way of working, and a whole lot of bravado. But he also saved me from the desert, and did whatever he could to pass on to me everything he had. Without him, I wouldn't be who I am today. Your recent feats have been doing the rounds, you know. In my brigade alone, a lot of people have been talking about the things you've achieved. I've even had several people ask me if I can introduce them to you. How's my life changed since getting my vision? Huh. Well, obviously it gives me an extra edge in battle. But honestly, the biggest thing for me is that it's helped me bring a few more mercs into the Blazing Beasts. You know Ajilenak nuts, right? I used to go crazy for them as a kid. But my dad was the worst at shelling them. He'd just hack them to pieces with his knife, leaving a bunch of inedible mush behind. In the end, he'd salvage what he could by scraping pieces of the flesh off the shell, then mixing it with some milk and calling it porridge. I do miss the taste of that porridge sometimes. And I miss that old nutcracker, too. Some clients are behind on their payments again, and a few of the guys got themselves into trouble during their last job. I'm not the boss, but somehow everything ends up being my problem.
Gimana? Anyways, bye-bye.
It's late. Go get some rest. I'll take the night watch.
See you next time, bro. Bye-bye. Dadah.